You want to start it?
Does Emily Jane want to start it?
Yeah, what's up with this? We apparently, the grandchildren have this tendency to speak in... No.
One grandchild.
Well, we have Harper Jane is now referring to herself in the third person right now for some strange reason. But didn't you say Waylon did that at some point, or was it last night you asked? Did Waylon do that? Do you remember? I forgot we were talking about. I thought we referenced Waylon last night when this conversation started.
I don't remember Waylon doing it, but he might have. I don't know. But Harper is all into it all day yesterday. She's like, yes, Harper Jane would like some drink. This is Harper Jane's. Like, everything was Harper Jane. Like, everything is in third person. And like this morning, I was talking to Caroline on my way to the dentist, and I was like, Caroline said, Harper, are you ready you want to take a bath this morning? And she said, yes, Harper Jane would like to take a bath this morning.
What in the heck?
It's hysterical. So she's just like, Harper Jane. So anyway, she's cracking me up.
I was trying to figure out, because there's been a number of people who celebrities who referred to themselves in the third person.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. There's an actual term for this?
Really?
And I just searched this just to see. Illeisms. ILLEISM. The act of referring to oneself in the third person instead of first person. It is sometimes used in literature as a stylistic device. In real life usage, Illeism, Illeism. I'll see the pronouncer here now. Illeism can reflect a number of different stylistic intentions or involuntary circumstances. The term Illeism comes from the Latin ille, meaning he or that. Yeah, so...
Well, I think it is very age appropriate for a 3-year-old, 2.5, almost 3-year-old. Well, she won't be 3 till September. Yeah. But I think it is very age appropriate. Like, they hear everyone else saying Harper Jane. So she's like, Harper Jane.
Harper Jane.
The next thing that will be, that will probably be like age appropriate is she'll call, instead of mom, she'll say Caroline.
Oh, she's doing that, referencing everyone in their proper name instead of... Yes.
When I was little, I think they tell the story how I used to call my mom Janice and my dad Rick, and my grandma Jane did not like that at all.
Did our kids do that? I think they did occasionally.
Yeah.
Because they did it older, but in a sarcastic way.
Now, I grew up with a guy, Thad Schilling. He called him and his brother called his parents by their first names their whole lives. Now, I can't think of what their names were, but they did. They didn't call them mom and dad. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe it's a sign of
their family was very, 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 very smart. So maybe it was an intellectual thing. I don't know. But they were very, all of them, all 4 of them. I think it was him and his brother, maybe Derek. I don't know. And but yeah, it was just fun. It's funny. Not funny, but just different. I
was going through the list now of people who have famously or infamously reference themselves in the third person over time. And when you start looking at it, Bob Dole, isn't it the impression that Dana Carvey always did of Bob Dole? Was Bob Dole, they always referenced that. Nixon, Mikhail Gorbachev, Bernie Sanders.
They're all politicians.
Yeah, okay, well, I'm going through the list. Sports, I always remember Ricky Henderson. He always did. Ricky this, Ricky that. The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let's see. Some of the Cam Newton did it. He did so in one press conference. It's not like they did it commonly. There's a lot of singers. Marilyn Monroe, Mr. T. Buddha sometimes referred to himself as either the Buddha or the Tathagata. Who else? Anybody else? Salvador Dali did so in his Mike Wallace interview in 1958. So anyway, a lot of it just was a Captain Hook. So start going into the fictional characters. So apparently third person is Illeism. We have a term for it. There's a term for everything.
And Harper Jane is right on target.
Right on target. Right.
Stay on target. We're too close. Stay on target.
So you say target, and that's what we're going to do for now.
Lord have mercy.
All right, let's start the show. All right, it is. Oh, yeah, we need to wait for the hook. We'll just get into it. It's the Sam
and
podcast. Episode number 16 at samwalkerobxnews.com. Find us on your favorite podcast app, YouTube, Facebook, follow, subscribe, hit that bell. It's located like right here. And the like. There's a like thing, a thumbs up thing if you're watching on YouTube. Hit that. Same thing down there on the Book of Faces. Share it, like, and give us the 5-star reviews on your favorite podcast app. We are brought to you by StatelinePowerWash.com, Parker and Smith Hammer, serving the Outer Banks in northeastern North Carolina. With over 150 5-star reviews on Google, StatelinePowerWash.com for a free estimate. Miles Carpet Cleaning, family-owned and operated, offering top-of-the-line carpet and upholstery cleaning services in Currituck and on the Outer Banks with a $99 special. Forget the rest. Call the best right now at 252-207-6707 and like them on Facebook. Harlow Photography, your local natural light expert, capturing the beauty of the Outer Banks. Online at sharlowphotography.com and on Facebook, search Stephanie Harlow Photos. Also by Caribbean Pools and Spas. Caribbean now hiring service professionals for the 2024 season and beyond. Outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from a management team that'll back you up. Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa company of the Sam and M podcast. And also thanks to CMIT Solutions, the Outer Banks, and CoinJock Catering. It is a Monday recording day for a show. Of course, it drops on Thursday. We're doing this because this is a chaotic week. I don't know why we're playing that.
It is chaotic.
It's everything. Yeah, it's just, we got everything playing. We're just going to play a whole bunch of stuff just because this cacophony of audio.
And we just lost half our listeners.
Yeah, because it is a Disney week. So we are recording the show on Monday afternoon. I don't do this anymore. I still love this. Having been a part of it. But for the show to drop Thursday, but since we're making the trip down Wednesday, which is our normal recording day, and I've got lacrosse games Monday night and Tuesday night. It just worked out. Monday afternoon, cram it in here. Let's go. Get it done. So we get it ready to go. But it's going to be a busy week this week. And we are very excited about it. But we got a lot to get to before we talk about the whole Disney thing because
life is crazy right now.
Life is crazy right now. Yeah. So let's jump in on those shout-outs first. And I did figure out I can play this without getting in trouble. It didn't get flagged, so we're going to play.
Last week. We'll see what happens
last week. You got shout-outs.
I just have one to Casey. Casey, who's been listening to us since day one. And I think she also has donated Derek Halsey's Hope. And she was like, I can think of a lot worse places to eat than Mellow Mushroom, which is totally true. I have to say, Mellow Mushroom is a go-to for us. Like when we're in Defusky, we go there. And it is good. It was just disappointing. Not disappointing, but we were just at that point in the day where we knew we had better, even as grown women, middle-aged women, we knew we were going to hit the hangry stage quickly. So anyway, but she is right. There were a lot worse places we could have eaten than the Mellow Mushroom.
Call back to last week's episode where Emily went to Savannah to run state number 23 on the 50 and 50 quest. Yep. And you guys ended up, as we called it, if you're wondering why that was the title of the show last week, Cracker Barrel and Mellow Mushroom, because they do Cracker Barrel on the way down in Selma/Smithfield. It's Smithfield, actually. And then Mellow Mushroom. Of all the great dining establishments in Savannah, you pick Mellow Mushroom. I was staying next to the Mellow Mushroom this past weekend in Virginia Beach. It's one on the oceanfront now.
Wait.
Yeah.
There's a Mellow Mushroom in Virginia
There's
Beach?
one on the oceanfront now up at 30, where were we at? 35th Street?
Really?
Yeah, right on the oceanfront. And it's actually a pretty cool looking building.
Now look, in Virginia Beach, right there on the,
Yes.
love, was it Planet Pizza?
Planet Pizza, as opposed to Pizza Planet, which is in Toy Story. This is Planet Pizza down at 9th Street.
Now, it's more of a crispy, thin crust.
Yeah.
I love that place.
Yeah, that one's, and it is themed, as you would think, space themed, so. But yeah, that's the reference to Mellow Mushroom.
Anyway,
Yes.
Casey, I agree with you. There are a lot worse places that I could go.
And we have gone to the one in Williamsburg.
Yes.
We did eat there when it was on a slammed afternoon, and we had to get something at the bar, the one that they put in there in Duke of Gloucester Street. What the heck? I've just completely blanked out. What is that stretch of Williamsburg called? I mean, some people call it downtown.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's Duke of Gloucester Street.
I don't know. The square?
It's the square. It's Duke of Gloucester Square. I think that's right. I have Why can I not remember the name of that whole area? Because how much time do we spend there between the cheese shop? Because the cheese shop was it closed that day? Was it a Monday?
Yeah.
Back when they were closing on Monday. They're closed on Mondays.
We had been there the weekend, and we were going to go on Monday because we couldn't get there late. We got there late, whatever day we went.
They closed early one time I've been there, and they closed at 5:30. Cheese shop is a must-do in Williamsburg.
It's almost like the cheese shop is like, oh, Sam and Emily are coming. Let's close up.
I know, yeah.
We don't want them to be here.
So if you know the cheese shop, sandwiches, they're a cheese shop. That's what they are. That's what they started as. But they're known for their sandwiches. Love that place. So we sit here and talk about food.
I know.
Weight loss journey.
Is it Totino's pizza you cook for lunch? Because the house smells good. I might have to have some pizza.
I did a Totino's for lunch because there was nothing in the house that I was trying to be. I would say nothing in the house. There was plenty of food in the house. I just need something quick. I hadn't eaten all day, so I just threw that together because I knew we were going to record the show.
Gotcha.
So.
All right.
And it's something I wouldn't throw up on the lacrosse field. So sorry. Too graphic. All right, shout-outs. More shout-outs. We do want to thank more of our founders. Casey Kodos, by the way, one of our founders at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. So we're referencing many of our founders who have made things possible for us to do here. Lee Fallon, Angel Perry, Rich Rollison, great friend there. All these folks. That's the cool thing about this whole thing has been it's so many people who we are friends with. And so many people who have become friends because of the news.
Yeah.
And doing what I do.
Rich was one of the boys' first lacrosse coaches.
Yeah, got me into the officiating thing. So.
Yeah.
Matt Walker, who is the editor, publisher of Outer Banks Milepost, which is an awesome monthly magazine. Pick it up all over the beach. Great stuff. Matt and I, it's great to hang out with Matt. We don't hang out enough. We should hang out more often. We'd have a lot of fun with Matt. You'd have a lot of fun with Matt.
I don't think I've ever met him.
Nope. So thanks to Matt. Mary, I don't have a last name for her. Bob Crawford, Chris Kelly Simcoe, David Shufflebarger, Teresa Young, and Teresa has become a good friend through this
and Kelsey's
process
Hope
and Kelsey's Hope. She hosted a little.
She hosted a fundraiser, came here for a fundraiser.
Yep, exactly.
Her daughter, I think, was an intern for you?
Yes, her daughter was an intern. Yep, way back when.
Yeah.
So thanks to her. Chris Ragone, Karen Joyce, and Cabell Baum. She is the daughter of Carolista Baum, who, of course, saved Jockey's Ridge.
Oh, okay.
And was one of the kids who played out there and was the one came back to her mom and said, there's a bulldozer out at Jockey's Ridge. And what Carolista do? She went out, stood in front of the bulldozer. When they left, she took the points out, the things of spark plugs out, basically. And that's what started the effort to preserve Jockey's Ridge.
Oh, cool.
And she, of course, is.
I knew they just had last year. They had a big recognition for her, right?
Put the historic marker out there. And Ann's been upfront about this whole thing that's been going on with Jockey's Ridge and the Coastal Resources Commission. So we text back and forth quite a bit. So thanks to Ann Cabell Baum. Derek Crandall.
Wait, is the Baum Center?
No, different bombs.
Okay.
Different bombs. It's kind of, look, you're a walker. That's kind of like, there's a lot of walkers. There's a lot of bombs. There's a lot of dowdies. There's a lot of midgets. I mean, it's a whole thing. Derek Crandall over in Corolla. Derek, who got hooked up with us at our previous place at WOBX and now has followed us over here.
Cool.
Very active. He is the Corolla Light Civic Association. I think it's the name of it, but they're homeowner association there in Corolla Light. Derek Crandall and Will Norrell, just some of the folks we want to give a shout out for being founders at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. We are close. We are, as of this taping, 89 currently.
Yay!
89
Come on, guys. I know
as
we can do it.
April 15th.
11 people in 2
11
weeks.
more. We want to get 2 weeks, 11 more founders. We get to 100, and I will do something goofy. Something silly, something cool. I don't know. We had someone.
So nothing out of the norm for you.
Someone threw an idea, and it may have been Matt Walker now that I think about it, but I can't find the post. So anyway, we want to get, if you got some idea, you want me to do something. I mean, I'm running in a 2-2 this weekend for Kelsey's Hope in the 10K. So something like that, I'll do it. You know,
I'm getting a little nervous. You keep saying I'll run in a tutu. You keep getting a little excited about this running in a tutu.
It's gonna be cool. Look, we get to hang out with D.W. Birch, and D.W. goes all out with the ball gowns and the wigs. I mean, for someone to run 3 races in Florida heat that way, there's the running Captain Jack, who we'll see this weekend.
Yep, we'll talk about
Save
later.
that because I've got an idea I want to hit him with. Oh, okay, all right. Sky's falling. I'm getting messages now. Everything, weather radio is off. Okay, good, because severe thunderstorm watch just got issued. It's Monday afternoon. It's Virginia. I'm sure my phone will start blowing up here in a minute. Anyway, all right. So just again, thanks to all those folks who have been a part of things here at SamWalkerOBXNews.com over these first 3.5 months.
That's crazy.
Gosh, we were just talking about 3 months, 2 weeks. It's nuts. Shout out, of course, to Justin Bateman, host of the Outer Banks This Week podcast at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. You can download. He was talking about the eclipse, dirty water, and something else last week. This coming week, this week's episode that drops same day as ours does. He's got Kelly Midget from Kelly Automotive in Manio. They got their big car show on Star Wars Day, May the 4th. Be with you. So that's what's going to be on there. So download Justin, take a listen to him. Of course, you can find Captain Marty there now with his fishing reports and his stories at OuterBanksThisWeek.com. All right, more of the Sam
and
podcast is coming up. Ready to dive into something new? Caribbean Pools and Spas, the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, is now hiring service professionals for the 2024 season and beyond. Caribbean Pools and Spas is looking for dedicated individuals who enjoy being outdoors and want to create unforgettable experiences for our customers. With outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, and full support from the great Caribbean Pools and Spas management team that'll back you up. Routes are available right now from Corolla to South Nags Head and everywhere in between. Call today, 252-480-2900. That's 252-480-2900. Or drop an email to alex@CaribbeanOBX.com. That's alex@CaribbeanOBX.com. Whether you're an experienced pro or just starting out, Caribbean is the best pool and spa service company to work for on the Outer Banks. I should know. I work for them too and love it. Join our team and make a splash with the official pool and spa service company of the Sam and M podcast, Caribbean Pools and Spas. Spring is here, and that dingy carpet and furniture is just begging you to get them clean like the rest of the house. Miles Carpet Clean will get those carpets, rugs, upholstery, even vehicle interiors looking and smelling like new. Caroline just had that done.
It looks amazing.
Looked amazing what Robert Miles and the family were able to do. They serve Currituck and the Outer Banks all up and down the beach, whether it's Corolla, whether it's Chickamacomico, for those of you who know. Doesn't matter. They will head there. Miles Carpet Cleaning family has been cleaning things up on both sides of the water for the last 8 years. $99 special. Can't be beat. Get 3 rooms and a hallway clean to perfection, including an orange scent carpet deodorizer and Scotch Guard for just $99 from Miles Carpet Cleaning. Call now, 252-207-6707. Find more great offers by following Miles Carpet Cleaning on Facebook. Again, Robert Miles and his family will take care of you like you're one of the family. Forget the rest. Call the best. That's Miles Carpet Cleaning, 252-207-6707, 252-207-6707. All right. This past weekend was a rather crazy weekend. The chaos, the Walker chaos never ends. We come right out of one thing, go into another. This past week had been nothing but prep for the big wedding shower for Caroline here at the house. Wedding shower tea. Tell us how it went, because I was not here.
I know. You were missed immensely.
I was? Really?
Well, I had to take the trash out myself, and I had...
Oh, no. You had to take the trash out and dump it in front of the garage doors yourself?
I had to take and hide all this stuff, and not you as I continue to do something else. I mean, it was a lot on me. I didn't realize how much you do. I mean, I do know how much you do, but you were missed.
Okay, so this is actually turned into a positive for me. Okay.
Yes, you were missed as my
Yeah,
do
but-
this, do that, do
well,
that.
I did do a lot of the running around last week when I was up in Virginia at times and got things and tried to contribute somewhat in getting the house ready. So did a few things. I mean, I went and found that dowel rod for the little.
Well, I had bought one. I just got the wrong thing.
Well, I mean, I got it all done.
Yes.
Anyway, so
let's see. It started off last week. I had one day. I literally had one day and a list. And I ran to Virginia. I mean, it included getting flowers for the yard to make it look nice, all the way to all the food prep and stuff. And then your dad had to go to the emergency room, so I had to cut it short, come home and get him. Right. He's fine. He's fine, everybody. He's fine. So it was that. And then I spent like each day before work, I made like the scones and put them in the freezer. Like
those
they weren't
bacon and cheddar and chive ones.
Yes, they were a big
concerning
hit.
the 2 trips to get chives. Yeah. Those were good.
They were a big hit.
Yeah.
I just make the dough and then I had them all cut out. All I had to do was pop them in the oven.
Right.
And then I made Earl Grey tea and blackberry scones with a lemon drizzle.
Oh, is that all right, I gotta hit one of those.
Hit.
Okay.
We made a bunch of tea sandwiches and getting the house clean, flowers into teapots. I mean, I was in Virginia by 8:15 on Saturday morning at Trader Joe's.
Yes.
I was there at 8:15 and there were people already They opened at 8 and there were already people leaving with like cart loads.
That place at Hilltop is nuts. I don't think it matters what Trader Joe's you go to, because we go to the one in Williamsburg when we're up there. We'll go to that one out at Hilltop in Virginia Beach, and if you feel like you're getting run over in there.
It was so tiny.
I know it's small, but I figured out the way to do it. You got to be one of the ones just like them. You got to go. You don't be so.
You can't look at everything though.
You can't. You can't. You got to do 3 or 4 laps.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy, but we did Trader Joe's. That's where I got all the flowers. So I got all the flowers. I got the strawberries and blackberries there too.
I do like the fact that I have games up at First Colonial High School, which is right there, or at Cape Henry.
Yeah.
So I'm right by there. So I'll grab flowers after games and bring them home. So yeah.
Yes, you are sweet like that, bringing me flowers. We actually used your last 2 bouquets were what we used for the windows.
Oh, okay.
So they didn't go to complete weight. I mean, they were coming to the end of their life. So that worked out good for the little window display. So let's see. We did teapots with flowers. We did teacups with flowers. I had a whole tea bar set up and not one person had hot tea.
Are you serious?
It was
all
a tea
that
party.
for the tea party and no one drank tea?
Well, but we also had a mimosa bar.
Oh, well, okay.
So the mimosa bar.
The mimosa bar took over.
Right. Actually, we had to call Glenn. He had to bring us more Prosecco. We went through all the Prosecco.
All the Prosecco and Curry Tuck, all gone.
I kept hearing bottles pop, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So yeah.
Popping bottles.
That's right.
I made music now.
I made cupcakes from scratch. I've never made a cake from scratch, but actually they turned out really good.
Wait, whoa. Stop. Hold on. You've never made a cake from yes, you have.
No, I haven't. I always use a box. I always use box mix.
You've done all the stuff in all these years. We've been together now for 33 years this September.
Seems like a lifetime.
You've never. I swear you've had to have made.
No, I make homemade icing, but the cake part itself, no.
And homemade pie. So
yes, I make the pie crust. Yeah,
but never a cake from scratch. That's really surprising.
And it was very easy, but it was a very small amount. I made 3 batches of it. I got 64 little cupcakes out of it, and I made the icing. I made normally when I make the icing, I use half butter, half Crisco, like butterfly Crisco. Okay. And this recipe did not. It suggested not to use, just use the butter. And I did do it. I can get it to the right. I think the Crisco makes it a little bit smoother, not so lumpy-ish or whatever. But I might fiddle with that recipe some more. But the cupcakes were really good. And so I did that.
I got to have some of that now because
it's in the fridge. There's some in the refrigerator.
There's some in the refrigerator. Good. Yeah. All right. Because that's a first. You have. I swear you've done a cake from scratch in all these years. And wow. All the stuff, all the parties we've done, all the dinners we've done, all the different things we've done where we've done that, where we made everything from base ingredients. A cake is the first time. Yeah. Wow. At 51.
I made puff pastries with chicken salad. Those were a big hit. I made these were really good. These are easy, y'all. You got some French bread, cut it up, get some of the black pepper. I never say it right. Boursin. Yeah.
Boursin.
So it's like the little cheese spread. and put that on there. Cut up some strawberries, put fresh strawberries on it with a piece of basil, and then drizzle. I made a homemade balsamic glaze, and then put balsamic glaze on it. It was really good.
It
was really good.
We haven't made that.
I've never made it. I just found the recipe on Pinterest.
All right, so you got to save that.
So I made my cucumber sandwiches.
You got to save that balsamic glaze recipe because that will come in
easy.
handy with a lot of stuff we like to make.
Yeah, it was good. I did it with champagne balsamic vinegar instead of regular.
White. So like the white.
Well, it called for white and I couldn't find white, so I did the champagne. I was up feeling I couldn't find it.
We have white balsamic vinegar.
Well, I didn't know. So
we have it because of the green beans that I make every Christmas.
I know. But I did it, and it was really good. But then we also did buy the balsamic glaze already.
The champagne balsamic.
It was really good.
Wow. Okay.
But then we had another plate that had like the regular. We bought a bottle of glaze because I wasn't sure if I'd have enough.
Right.
And so that was really good too. So it's a little bit stronger. It was very good. Everything was good. Everyone liked it. We had Abby Rose had her mint lady made homemade mints. You know, just like back from
the mints.
The homemade mints. They were really good. We had cookies. My friend Mandy Bass made us beautifully decorated cookies. And then most importantly, we just celebrated Caroline. We had about 30 people, and it was nice. She got a mixer, a KitchenAid mixer. She got an Instapot. I don't know where in her kitchen.
Where the heck's all that stuff going?
She got her own cast iron skillet because I guess Ian keeps getting upset that she's messing up his.
Well, ours disappeared, but I think James has it.
I think James has ours.
Yeah.
Let's see what else she got. She got her dishes that she really wanted. I mean, she got a lot of stuff. She got 3 the same attachment for her KitchenAid, like the cheese shredder one. So 2 of them are going back. She says we're getting the ice cream attachment. So I guess there's an ice cream maker attachment.
Yes, there is. Yeah.
So
we've never gone that far. That was one of the. You've talked about that before. That's probably the gift of all gifts. That I gave. What was that?
Our very first Christmas, we had been married in October, and that Christmas, even before Christmas, you brought it. You had gone to Williams-Sonoma.
Oh yeah.
I was at the kitchen table studying whatever that class is that I almost failed, but didn't.
Organic?
No. It was in pharmacy school. It's the class that like literally every year 5 students have to retake, and it's like 4 exams, and each exam it was like. One test is 10%, one's 25, 50, and 100%.
Stay on target. We're too close.
Hey.
Stay on target.
I was studying at the table. I was studying for this final exam, and you walk in with the Williams-Sonoma box wrapped with the mixer.
From Crabtree.
Yep. Yeah. Which I still have. Which we couldn't afford it back then, but somehow we still got it. That's how we go. Mm-hmm. But you said
YOLO.
You said you had heard me say that I wanted to make cookies for Christmas for my friends, and so you thought I needed that, and we still have it.
We still have it. It's actually been semi-retired. It does need a service,
but it hasn't been serviced once. It hasn't been serviced once.
The raisin lower part on the back needs to be serviced, and we need to just send it to a guy on TikTok. We just need to send it to him because that's how we.
But then a couple years ago for Christmas, y'all got me a new one.
The new one, yeah. KitchenAid.
So anyway, it's all good. It's all good. I love it, and So anyway, yeah, she opened gifts. Harper Jane helped her open gifts. Mm-hmm. It was really good. Her bridesmaids, she only has 4 bridesmaids, but her bridesmaids came into town, and one girl left at 4:45 in the morning Saturday from Massachusetts. She lives in Walpole, Massachusetts.
She came in. Holy cow!
She drove.
She drove straight Saturday morning from Massachusetts to here.
Came here, helped with the shower prep. We went and did Mexican.
That was her first her only college roommate.
Yep. And then her friend Sarah from DC came in that afternoon, and then 2 friends are from here. So the 4, it's interesting. You never know how, like, guys are different, but girls, you never know how personalities are all going to mesh or whatever. And those 4 girls acted like they knew each other. Like Caroline, they all had different things, but similar things. Mm-hmm. Like they all got along well. They all worked well. They all were helpful. They were sweet. I just love them all. I mean, I love each of them individually, but you're never sure how it's all going to go, but they all got along really well. They all helped. But Janet Rose was running to her brothers, getting me folding chairs. I was so worried.
I was wondering how the chair thing worked out.
I will say, I think we need to invest. If we get back to entertaining, I think we need to invest in chairs.
We bought those tables, and part of the reason when we redid this house we're in was we knocked out the whole. And those of you who are listening have been here or we talked about it before. So we buy this house. and it has this addition on the back of it, the sound side. And it's a massive room on the first floor and a single room on the second floor. And it's all connected, and it's all interchopped. It's chopped up like any house built in the 70s and 60s was. Mm-hmm. This house was built in 73. We've talked about it before. It's built in Virginia Beach, floated down here on a barge. So we just opened up the whole downstairs. Where we're at right now, it's on the other side of this wall. It's nothing but one giant room now. Kitchen, dining room, and then this large space. And we did that with the intentions of, just like your Uncle Mark's house up at Indian Lake, we wanted this large space so we could have the kids and grandkids and great-grandkids all in one place.
You're getting ahead of ourselves.
Hey, having a place that we could all hang out and have these different arrangements. And the thing about, I bought 2 folding tables. Best investment we made, because we can take those 2 folding tables and the table we have now, put them all together. Everybody can sit at one table, essentially. Right. But we don't have enough chairs. So the chairs is going to be the next investment.
Yeah, we do start investing, like maybe 2 at a time. But yeah, but Janet Rose her brother was kind to let us use his. So anyway, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. So the shower went off with good, and had it pretty much all cleaned up last night. Just a few things this morning. I got to go unload the dishwasher from the last of it. But, I mean, everything was picked up. I've got pretty flower arrangements all over my house right now.
Yeah, it does look nice.
I do love flowers. I do. I love fresh flowers.
And I've got the trash all loaded in the truck. Take it away to the dump on my way to the lacrosse game tonight.
So there we go. There we go.
All right, so showers in the books. We are now less than 2 months away from the wedding.
I know.
Are we getting close to having everything arranged? No, because we work best on deadline. If there's one thing found out in my career, I work best on deadline, and so definitely
it'll pull together. Yeah. We're gonna meet. I met with a lady. I ran into a friend the other day, and we were discussing wedding stuff, and she's like, "Oh no, my daughter, we have all this stuff," and she decided to go a different route. And I said, "Well, what do you have?" And I said, "Would you be willing to let me rent it from you?" And she's like, "Girl, come to." So Caroline and I are going tomorrow to see, and then we meet with the florist lady. So hopefully we'll have it all kind of pinned in the next day or 2. So
gotcha.
Anyway.
All right. So that's in the book. So we will do this here, which is say thank you. Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. I don't want to go Tiki's yet. I'll do Tiki's later. Although I want to go to the Tiki's, but I don't think we're going to. Is this the right... yeah, this is going to be their music. We're going to say thanks to Stephanie Harlow and Harlow Photography. Attention all proud parents and graduating seniors. It's that time of year again. Caps and gowns soon to grace the halls of our area high schools, marking the culmination of years of hard work and dedication. What better way to capture these precious moments than with a professional photo session? Harlow Photography specializes in capturing the essence of these milestone achievements. Whether it's individual senior portraits or family sessions to commemorate this special time, Stephanie Harlow's here to make your memories last a lifetime. Don't wait until the last minute. Schedule your photo session now to ensure availability, especially with extended family in town for graduation celebrations. Let's create lasting memories together. Contact Harlow Photography today to book your session at sharlowphotography.com. Like Stephanie Harlow Photos on Facebook and celebrate your graduates' accomplishments in style. Now we can do this. We will hit this button, and we will then go and hit this button. There. Now we get some Tiki's in.
The goat gang is watching.
Oh, they were in the backyard on the sound side earlier. Actually, one of them got up on the deck over there and was chomping at the knockout roses.
They've been there all weekend. Harper kept saying, "Stop eating Harper Jane's flowers. Stop eating Harper Jane's flowers."
They can eat those things. That's okay. Unless I've got to try and trim them after we get back from Florida next week. So.
But the goat gang is out watching us.
Are they out there on the road?
Yeah.
It's funny. Dennis has got 5 goats.
4.
4 goats, and they just roam the neighborhood now. But they go out and sit in the cul-de-sac, just lay out there in the sun. It's great. And everybody comes down and checks them out and rounds them up and et cetera, et cetera. So. Guess now that the dogs are all gone from here, they can do that. So.
Yeah.
All right. It is a small world after all, because it is time to head to the most magical place on earth. This weekend, it is the Walt Disney World Springtime Surprise, wrapping up the 2023-24 Run Disney season. Mm-hmm. You will have gotten 3 of the 4 weekends. I will have gotten 2 of the 4 on this season. So... I guess we'll just run through the schedule here. It is a 5K, a 10K, and a 10-mile. Last year was my first Run Disney event as a participant after seeing it as a spectator twice. For you, so I'll count this. I mean, how many Run Disney events have you now? Don't yawn.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I guess I sit here in front of this microphone and I start yawning.
Put you to sleep.
Let's see.
Are you doing the math?
Yeah.
So how many princesses have you done?
8.
8?
Is this year 8, I think? Year 8 or... I think it's 8.
8 princesses. You've done a Disney... You've done a marathon weekend. So that's 9. You've now done a springtime surprise
Twice.
10. And, well, not counting this. We're not counting this yet. And then last we did the wine and dine. It's 11. So this will be number 12 for you.
Of the event, like not
12
the number
event
race,
weekends.
right? Yeah.
Not counting how many races done. So, but can't wait. Highlight of the running for us, for me anyway, is these events. And
Yeah,
I guess
y'all, he acts like a fool. It's comical.
you're gonna get to see it because we're gonna document it from beginning to end.
We hope that we don't lose anybody.
We hope we don't get that card that they're apparently handing out to the live vloggers right now.
What?
So apparently they're cracking down on the live vlogging in the parks. Yeah, that seems to be a thing right now. But part of it is the vloggers that they are hitting up are ones that are being obnoxious and being not
discreet.
Discreet. Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we are going to document this whole journey from driveway to driveway over the next week. It's something I have talked about doing for years.
Yep.
Watching all these folks who do it, the vloggers, where it's Tim Tracker and all the different ones.
And we're going to meet Manny Runs, and we're going to talk to him.
So Manny Runs Disney, who is a vlogger, a Run Disney vlogger, does a lot. He does different ones. We're going to have him on as a guest on the next episode of the podcast. We are going to record a podcast while we're there.
Mm-hmm.
That will run the following week.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be kind of weird.
Yeah, maybe we'll call it a bonus show.
Yeah, bonus show. That'll be the bonus show. I don't know. By next week, we may be so exhausted, maybe not want to be in front of
Or
you.
we might not be talking to each other. Who knows?
No. Well, we've talked about that. One thing about the trips, because it's just the two of us, that means we get to spend quality time together. We get to talk about business stuff. We get to talk about this stuff, what we're going to do, how we're going to shoot. But at the same time, also, that was what the podcast turned in. It was just all these trips and all the different things we've done together. Let's do this. So anyway, so we roll out Wednesday, travel day. As has been documented on this program, it's been documented over the years. I prefer to drive.
I prefer to fly.
Rather than fly. Because to me, the journey is part of the journey is just as much a part.
We can have a journey through the airport, my friend. It is completely possible to have a journey.
And me be completely and utterly miserable.
Well.
Why wake up at 3 in the morning? We're all going to be waking up at 3 in the morning, but we have a goal. We get something. There's positive stuff. There's fun. There's entertainment. There are people there motivating you. You get to cry because you get to see all your friends and people, the stories that get told. Why have to deal with security theater at 3 in the morning in
look
Norfolk?
now, when we went in February, we flew out at 12 o'clock.
Okay, so we had flown out at 12 o'clock on Wednesday. That meant we would get there. Okay, we don't really. But the journey is just as much a fun for me. Driving 95, as much as 95 has become a miserable show through Lumberton and through South Carolina now because of the construction and the massive potholes that are bigger than this table we're at on the side of the road, and the Burger Kings that you end up with food poisoning. But now there is something about that journey. I go back to all the different trips, the first trips I got to take in elementary school, and yes, the 12-hour charter rides overnight on a bus. But there was just something cool about getting to ride America's Main Street down 95, the super slab.
Let's just be clear. This is how it's going to go.
Yes.
We're going to pull out. We're going to drive. I'm going to sleep all cuddled up in my nice warm blanket, and then I'll wake up. I'll read a few chapters of my book. I'll go back to sleep. I'll wake up. We'll go to the bathroom, and then we'll be there.
That's true. I'll get to listen to all my podcast friends and their shows and get caught up. We will, of course, we are driving the Volvo, hopefully, if the headlight has come in and it's fixed by this afternoon.
Good golly.
Otherwise, we're driving the truck. And I don't know. I love driving the Gladiator down there, especially because I've got a few more Disney. I've got my Mickey sticker, my Mickey Wave stickers on the mirrors now. I love driving, but we drive the Volvo down. So the gas thing is a little different, but the goal is I can drive the Gladiator from the house to the Buc-ee's in Florence, and then from the Buc-ee's in Florence, the Buc-ee's at St. Augustine, and then to Orlando. It's only 2 fill-ups. That's not bad. Think about it. That's not bad. So we space out. So we get to do the Buc-ee's thing, which, as we talked about on last week's show, the one in Florence on the Friday at the end of spring break is nuts. We'll hopefully be hitting it around midday on Wednesday. It'll probably still be crazy. We did, again, this is me. I don't know what is wrong with, no, this one we did intentionally book the hotel for a Thursday check-in. Didn't we?
Right, we weren't sure when,
because we weren't sure at the point when we booked whether we were leaving Wednesday morning or Wednesday afternoon and do the halfway. Our halfway point, by the way, is Santee, South Carolina, on the Cooper Lake. Is it the Santee Cooper Lakes? That is one of our favorites. There's a Best Western Plus there. It's a really nice little hotel, very good, reasonable price, well maintained, et cetera, et cetera. It's a good halfway point. Savannah truly, I guess, is the halfway point if you want to have so all the different hotels are outside in Richmond Hill and Pooler, et cetera. You got a lot of options there, or staying in downtown Savannah.
But that's like 20 minutes in.
20 minutes in on 12 and 20 minutes out and dealing with the traffic there. So we decided we're going to do the all-day drive Wednesday. So leave here, I'm hoping by 6. That's the plan, is to be on the road by 6. Why do you smile and laugh? Because you're the one who sleeps the whole way.
It's just so early.
I know.
I say that, but I'm awake, so I don't know why.
Exactly. I don't know why. We're already up. I mean, the sun, as soon as first light, we're up at this house. We have been since we moved here. So drive down. We are staying, we tried to extend our stay. So we're staying at All-Star Sports. This will be the first time for me staying at All-Star Sports. So I'm looking forward to that because we stayed at All-Star Music.
But that was like literally for 10 hours. For
one night. Yeah, for 10 hours. We did a trip to Tampa to Clearwater. We actually stayed in the town where they shot the movie Summer Rental. We stayed there intentionally because of that. The John Candy vacation movie. Jack Chester, who I am in some of these trips.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Whatever you just did.
Oh, sorry. I messed around with the headphone jack. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm fiddling. Sorry. So anyway, we drive down Wednesday, stay at the Wyndham Garden Inn at Lake Buena Vista, which is our go-to hotel next to Disney Springs. If you're looking for a very inexpensive hotel, it's not technically on property, but it is, and you can literally walk to Disney Springs, which is good because you can walk to Disney Springs and then walk over to Saratoga Springs and catch the buses there. So you can park at Wyndham and never have to leave. The shuttle service they have there is okay, but not great. And you do have to go to the TTC when you're going to Magic Kingdom, which presents its own challenges, especially on busy days with having to either, do the ferry, which is fun. I mean, you get to do the whole weenie thing where you get the teaser. That's the whole reason they did that. But we prefer to walk over to either during the day, we'll walk over to Disney Springs and catch the bus to one of the resorts, and one of the resorts to Magic Kingdom or whatever park we're going to, or in the case of just walk to Saratoga Springs and catch the buses there to go one of the resorts. And do the same thing with race weekends. You can do that as well because they do have bus transportation for the races. We'll talk about that in a moment. So Wednesday's travel day. We'll do Buc-ee's. The plan right now, I'm probably thinking we're going to have to do, because we're going to have so much content, we're going to have to break these up. Now, I'm not going to be producing these every day. We have 2 different things we're going to produce. We're going to produce videos of the trip. One video, no. We're going to break it up every day. It's going to have to be a 5-parter. Just because there's so much we're going to be doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But we are going to do these shout-outs.
Yes,
we'll get to
those are every day.
The race day shout-outs will happen on each day. So Wednesday we get down there. Thursday is the expo where we go pick up our bibs. We get at ESPN's Wide World of Sports. Usually we end up seeing one or two folks that we don't really expect. We do have meetups scheduled there, sort of scheduled there. We'll hang out with the Kelsey's crew pickup during their bib pickup, which happens in the ESPN Grill.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to hang out with them for a little while. I think we haven't arranged our interviews yet and our sit downs for the podcast, but we're going to work all that out. But anyway, get to hang out with them. Then check in at All Star Sports. Like I said, have not stayed there. You've stayed at All Star Sports.
There, yeah.
You've stayed at All Star Sports, but I am actually that one I'm really looking forward to just because of the whole theming. That's as much as the resorts. As much as you talk about, everybody thinks parks about Walt Disney World. When you get to a point, I guess the point we're at, the parks, yes, but getting to stay at the different resorts and getting to experience those things and the amenities, even though this is a value resort, so it's not nearly it's not the Poly. I mean, face it, it's not the Poly. It's not Riviera. It's not the Grand Floridian. It's not Contemporary, but it's still one of the Disney resorts. I think somebody we were talking to the other day over the weekend. Who was I talking to? Somebody was talking about they were staying in Art of Animation, and that's what I want to do. So we'll do that. Then Thursday night we get to do the Trader Sam's Kelsey crew crash at Trader Sam's, where we're going to try to take over Trader Sam's, which means we have to be at the Polynesian at 3:00. The place doesn't open until 5, but we got to be there at 3 to try and get a tables into Trader Sam's, which is the tiki hot bar inside the Polynesian. That's Thursday. Thursday night. That's Thursday night because we have no idea. It could be 10 o'clock before we get in there, but we're getting in there. No matter of fact, we got to be up at 2:30 a.m. wake up call on Friday for the 5K.
Which we could push back a little bit. Yeah,
because staying at All Star Sports, and that was something I wanted to mention, was we don't have to drive to get to park. Where when we stay at the Wyndham, we would drive. We talked about how we could walk over and catch the buses from Saratoga Springs. But staying at one of the Disney resorts, it's set up. They actually provide charter buses from the resorts to the race start and back. I'm assuming that's the plan. We haven't really decided yet.
We haven't decided, but the 5K, it doesn't matter where we start, honestly, because there's no time limit on it. The 5K it's not even a chip. There's not even a chip. So my point is we don't have to get there early to sit around.
Yeah. Because one thing about the Disney races is that you
hurry up and wait.
You hurry up and wait. You're up at 2:30, and because it's only the two of us, we don't have to be up at 2:30 because we don't have to get 4 people in the same room together, up and ready and moving and primped and propered. It's me jump in the shower, throw some deodorant on, get the costume on, and get out the door. But you got to go through security at Epcot. You got then go through and walk. You end up walking almost over a mile just to get to the start.
That's most races, though.
Which is most races. That's true. That's true. But there's the entertainment side. There's going to be the character, the character photo ops, et cetera, and stuff. And then going in the corral. So I guess, our bib numbers are out, aren't they? Do we have our bib numbers yet? I haven't seen an email saying they are.
Well, your bib number, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter because they don't know your corral till you get there.
So anyway, so then we will have Friday the 5K.
Yeah, so Friday 5K, and then we have the Kelsey Soap Luncheon over at Splitsville at Disney Springs. That's always a cool moment. Is Kelsey's mom coming? Do we? No.
Gail's not coming.
Gail's not coming. Okay, all right. So
Joe and Mel will be there, and the rest of the crew. Right. So it'll be great to see everybody.
And then we'll probably just do the hangout at Disney Springs Friday. Saturday is the 10K, and that'll be, of course, thanks to Donna Walton. I'll be doing the run in the tutu. And then we are planning on doing the Orlando thrift store scene. Well, that's the plan right now, right? We always plan. That's one thing about it as planner. We are with Disney trips. Because we've kind of gone into this thing where we aren't doing the parks on our just the two of us trips like you would think. We come up with these ideas. Let's go do this. Let's go to one of the springs or go canoeing or something like that. And we end up getting there like, let's go sit by the pool.
Yeah. Which will be fine too.
Especially because, hey, we're sports, which will be a little more chaotic, but at the same time. So we are going to try to hit up the Orlando thrift store scene and see what it's like. I have my ideas on where we need to go.
Yes.
I'm telling you.
Anyway.
Tiger's neighborhood. That's where the good stuff's going to be. All right. Then Sunday is the 10 mile, which is, the running through the parks is the cool thing for me, but also running the backstage stuff. Yeah, it kind of stinks because we do have to run the roads, Walt Disney World Drive and then Epcot Drive. So those are the big interstate highways. But you get to run through the backstage areas and see some things. Getting to run on the boardwalk is always cool.
I love running on the boardwalk.
That stretch, though, that sucks along between Hollywood Studios and the boardwalk.
I don't even mind that. It gets really congested, but I don't even mind that. Like, it just, I don't know. It doesn't bother me.
Curious to see that now that we're doing this, and we experienced it with Food and Wine, with the new start procedure, and how crowded you said it felt. Did you notice a difference with Princess? Was it any different?
It still felt crowded.
It still felt crowded?
It's just they're not giving enough time for the people to release and get, like, the first group. There just isn't much time in between. I felt like it was still crowded.
Okay.
But.
Yeah. So
we'll see.
Getting to run through,
like normally when we start a race, so when I train, I normally train with a 3-minute warm up, which is a walk.
Yeah.
But when I get to races, I do a 3-minute run, not a walk, because then you're kind of bobbing and weaving and kind of getting out of that initial congestion.
Out of the start.
So you kind of bob and weave for about 3 minutes, sometimes go up to 5 minutes, and then start 30-second walk, 30-second run. Mm-hmm. It's very hard because Run Disney, it's a lot of walkers. There's a lot of people who don't run the first step. Like they walk it, which is completely fine. Yeah. I'm not judging that at all. But the problem becomes there's like, it's just in the past until this new race director and this new way of doing it, it was still, we could run for 3 minutes and then kind of be thinned out. Space. Now it's not like that because you're running into the next corral of people who are still walking. The corral who went before you, or not the corral, but the wave.
Yeah.
So there used to be a little bit more of a break between the waves.
Right.
And now, to me, it's not. So it's like, oh my gosh, I can't really get into my...
We're running into the back end of the slow wave, the slower parts of the wave.
And it's a lot of people. I mean, it's a lot of people.
Right.
I understand. And years ago, they moved the race back from 5. It used to be 5:30. Now it starts at 5. So it's like they've already given that half hour there. Like, I know it's about getting people off the roads. I know there's all those things about it. But it just, to me, they release us too quickly that there's not enough time for us to, like, kind of get into your groove. It felt congested the whole race, to be very honest. Very rarely did it feel like, other than when you're, like, on that stretch where you run... caution because of the speed bumps, like that area that's heading, like when you're heading through the toll plaza or whatever.
The Epcot toll plaza. Yeah.
Well, not the one that, to me, like the one that I'm talking Princess Weekend. So the going into Magic.
Okay.
There, it does thin out a little bit because it's like 5 lanes or whatever. So like you do start to feel like once you come off that one ramp, you feel a little bit better. But then again, you're right back to being crammed in there.
Yeah, because then you're crammed in going through the aqueduct or the viaduct underneath between Seven Seas Lagoon, and Bay Lake, and then
coming around those bathrooms right there.
You come around the bathrooms at TTC before that. Then you come through. Now, I've never experienced. That's one thing. I am signed up now to run the half marathon on marathon weekend in January, so I'll get to finally run through Magic Kingdom. That's the one thing that's left on the list now. Not doing the marathon. Everybody says, "Are you going to do the Dopey?" Nope, not doing the Dopey. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
I've done it once, one and done. I've done 2 marathons. I'm done.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever.
13.1 is just enough for me.
So, but getting to run through the parks. Epcot's going to be a little different looking at the map when we come through now that the construction is almost finished in the Future World. Still Future World, always be Future World, no matter what they're going to call it. That neighborhood now that that's opened up, so they're going to take us farther in towards Spaceship Earth, and we go and turn, and instead of going through the breezeway next to Club Cool and Connections, we don't go through that breezeway anymore, but we go down, and then we come out and go in front of Guardians, and then back out, go that way towards Mission Space where the Jamators will be, and then out through out from underneath of Test Track, which Test Track will be closing at the end of the month for a rehab. So, yeah. Not that it matters because we're not going to the parks. That is one thing. I mean, you have not heard us say one thing about going in the parks. We have talked about it. This trip's not going to be a park trip. I mean, unless, as we say, didn't you share a TikTok with me this morning that shows our budget when we leave and then our budget as soon as we go through the gates? Yeah.
It's not in the budget to go this time.
It's not in the budget to do the parks this time. So Sunday's the 10 mile. Back to the 10K. Didn't we? Have we decided? Are we dead last starting?
No, we're not.
We're not DLSing.
But there are 77 people doing it.
Are we sure we don't want to do it?
No, because we have shout outs at every.
With the shout outs.
I'm afraid that's going to mess up our time.
Okay.
Like we really need. I want to do our shout outs right, and we need that little bit of cushion.
Yeah, we need the cushion.
Now, if we are an F again or whatever the last corral is, then maybe I'd be willing.
Because we're stuck there. But
yes.
If I had to guess, we're going to be C. I mean, we were C last time in the fall.
No, we were not.
We were C.
Oh, in the fall.
In the fall,
yeah.
we were C. You were B in last spring, and I screwed it up because I put it in the wrong time. Maybe we'll get B.
Maybe.
But yeah, so 10 mile on Sunday. And then the debate is, do we stay or do we go? Because I've only got the hotel at the All-Star Sports booked through Sunday. We could get another night, but it was like double.
It was outrageous.
It was outrageous what they wanted because I found a good deal. So we haven't decided yet if we're going to stay or go Sunday. You did say sitting by the pool Sunday and doing nothing would not be a bad thing. Because we don't have any reservations for food-wise. Raglan Road and Cook's are the two things. Raglan Road and Cook's. Raglan Road is the Irish theme or Irish restaurant, full-blown Irish pub with the dancers, the whole 9 yards. Cook's is their fish and chips place outside with the bar, the Outback, not Outback bar, what's it called? But anyway, it's an outdoor bar, and love that place. So we're definitely going to do that. We really don't have any food. We haven't decided about any food. We did Topolino's last year, which is the character breakfast at the top of the Riviera. Love that one. Thought about maybe doing that. I don't know. Ohana. I don't know. There's so much we've done. Okay, I just figured out what I want to do.
What?
You're going to kill me for coming up with it Saturday night.
We have a 10 miler the next day.
I'm not talking about something late.
Oh.
I want to go to Hoop-de-Doo.
Oh, God.
I want to go do Hoop-de-Doo.
See, good luck finding a...
You never know for two.
This is true. So Friday.
I want to do Hoop-de-Doo.
So let's talk real quick. Let's talk about this. So Friday, we are going to be dressed as Carl and Ellie.
Okay, we haven't talked about costumes at all.
Sam and I love Up. And we call ourselves Sam and Ellie. We
Yeah.
have for years. Like we're just like Sam
Carl and Ellie.
Carl, yeah, I said Sam and Ellie.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Carl and Ellie.
So
we're gonna be dressed up like from the scene of the painting of the mailbox.
Right.
So she has on like a green and white check, like button down shirt and little jeans, and he's just getting home from work. So you're like khakis and a.
Okay, I would do the khaki shorts.
Yeah. So we're gonna dress up like that's Friday.
And I got the glasses. I got the black square glasses that Carl wears.
And so then on Saturday, you will be wearing your pink tutu, your yellow Kelsey's Hope shirt. I'll be wearing my Kelsey's Hope running skirt and my shirt that'll match you.
Right.
Green shoes for you.
Yep.
I got my hokas that I just wear. Then on Sunday, we're going as Mickey and Minnie, but like the retro Minnie. Like Mickey kind of is the same through all of it. He has the red pants with the buttons.
Because we had thought about doing the, have you got it handy there or is it too far out of reach? From Mickey, the Runaway Railway outfits. That's what we were thinking about because you have the ears that we got from Runaway Railway. That was what we originally thought about doing with the
That's
Mickey
what we are doing, basically.
That is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm wearing the blue and white polka dot skirt, which I've already worn one time.
Right.
But we might as well get our money's worth out of it. So these tutus get expensive, y'all.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Is it the ride vehicle over there behind you? I think it is. Oh, they're not in that ride vehicle. It's just it's the train. It's down. It's in the cabinet. Sorry.
So, but it is what we're doing. Like I'm wearing the blue and white, and I've got the little hat that I'm wearing.
Yeah.
So that's for the 10K. We'll see how long that hat lasts. But
10 mile.
10 mile. Yes, 10 mile.
All right. So
anyway, so that's what we're doing. So we're gonna dress up and be adorable.
Well, that's part of the whole fun of the Disney races is the costuming.
Yeah. I guess we need to figure out if we're doing a photo pass.
Oh, yeah, we need to do that like tonight because they got to have the 48-hour turnaround to make sure it happens. All right.
Yeah.
There goes the park tickets. That seals the park tickets, and that may have just sealed the deal.
So anyway, I just remember that.
With doing,
I could get on and see if there's any charities doing it that we did it.
With doing Hoop-de-Doo. I think we're done with that now. So all right, so let's say thanks to more of our sponsors. Let's start with CMIT. CMIT Solutions. When it comes to managing your business, it's important to have the right technology. That's why CMIT works to help businesses. Short for Completely Managed Information Technology, CMIT offers everything a business needs. Their services include tech support, computer and server security, cloud backup, secure Wi-Fi, business phones, and more. With CMIT's help, your technology will stay up and running. For more information, go to CMITOBX.com. Also, thanks to CoinJock Catering Company, looking to elevate your next event from ordinary to extraordinary. Then look no further than CoinJock Catering Company. Corporate luncheon, wedding reception, family reunion, holiday party, or any special occasion, CoinJock Catering Company will come to you with their on-site or drop-off catering. And you can hold your special event at their waterfront venue in CoinJock. Plus, there's the CoinJock Catering food trucks ready to serve their one-of-a-kind creations like the redneck egg roll, the brisket parfait, smoked Old Bay wings, all from the mobile kitchen. They'll pop up throughout the area. And Morris Farm Market in Barco opening for the season Friday, the 19th of April. That's right. The show dropping on Thursday, tomorrow. And CoinJock Catering's hiring for the upcoming season. Hours or weekends with some weekdays available. And there's a chance to work catering events with hourly pay plus tips depending on position. To book CoinJock Catering Company for your next event or employment opportunities, like their Facebook page, send them a message. CoinJock Catering, my email. I have the email in front of me, and I can't remember. It's on the screen right there. Let me blow that up. But if you look it on the screen right now, you'll find it. Just click the link that's on the description on our podcast. That'll get you to them. It's CoinJock Catering Company. And we also want to say thanks to State Line Power Wash. State Line Power Wash, of course, is, they hook you up. You got that gunk on the house still, and you hadn't done anything about it. Well, pressure washing, soft washing, painting, concrete floor sealing, they do more than just that. StatelinePowerWash.com, locally owned and operated by Parker and Smith Hammer. They grew up right here in Currituck with local staff, so you know you're keeping it local with State Line Power Wash. And, of course, you've been watching an algae grow all winter, and so has your homeowners association. Get ahead of it now before things start getting crazy and the letters start showing up in the mailbox. State Line's unique soft washing technique will also clean up the pollinating on your roof, siding, and driveway. Even with all this rain we've had, it's still there. Don't forget about the gutters, too. All these storms knocking all that debris in them. Yeah, next time there's a storm and it's going to fill them up, and the gutters are coming down unless you get them cleaned by State Line Power Wash. Plus, you can buy or sell a home or land with Smith Hammer at Kingdom Real Estate Services. List your home with Smith and receive a free house wash, roof wash, deck cleanup, all from State Line Power Wash. Check out the Moyock Real Estate Market Facebook group, which is the spot to be for local Moyock Real Estate. Over 150 five-star reviews on Google. You know, whatever you have State Line Power Wash do for you, it's going to be top notch. From Moyock to Manio, Edenton to Duck, and everywhere in between. Schedule now with State Line Power Wash. I like that phrase, everywhere in between. I don't know why. StatelinePowerWash.com. Call 252-421-3775 for your free estimate. Me thinking again, it's funny how this show goes, that we think we're going to run out of stuff to say in the show. We're going to cut it short. And here we are at 1 hour and 3 minutes.
Oh, perfect time.
Perfect time. All right, yeah, we do need to get out of here, though. A bunch of stuff, though, going on. SamWalkerOBXNews.com got all the details about it for you if you go there on the Things to Do page. This weekend, 20th through the 22nd, Southern Shores has its annual cleanup event tied in with Earth Day campaign. Planet versus Plastics, raising awareness about that. Starts Saturday at 9 at the Hillcrest Beach Access with a fun-filled morning. All kinds of cool stuff going on out there. The Muse Bus, OBX Wake and Take will be out there with a light brunch. They'll have supplies from Home Depot. There's tickets, door prizes, tickets to Music OBX concerts. Dinner for two at Steamers, among other things. And there's activities all across town. In couple with that in Southern Shores. You can also celebrate Earth Day with the Coastal Environmental Educators Network at their Earth Fair OBX Saturday from 1 to 4 at Jockeys Ridge State Park. Many of the events outdoors, but there'll also be stuff going on around the visitor center, which was recently renovated. Ocracoke Island Decoy Carvers Guild's 6th Waterfowl Festival. That's this weekend, 2 days. Saturday, 9 to 5. Sunday, 10 to 3 at Ocracoke School. It's a free festival featuring carvers, collectors, exhibitors, and demonstrators from all over. New this year is a fish fry hosted by Ocracoke Seafood Company, the Fish House, starting at 11 o'clock Saturday. And a bake sale as well, including Ocracoke Fig Cake. And they've got the decoy head carving competition at 1 and a silent auction that ends at 3 on Saturday. Final days to sign up for the Albemarle Area United Way's Bocce Beer and Bites. That's on Saturday the 27th. Friday the 19th is the deadline unless they sell out before that. Southern Shores Historic Flat Top Cottage Owner Network, their Flat Top Tour, still chance to get tickets. That's Saturday, April 27th. And Pork Chop Productions Kids Theater Camps return to the Theater of Dare for a 3rd season. The registrations are filling up fast. 6 separate sessions starting June 17th, and they run right on through the rest of the summer. theaterofdare.org, and it's the old English R-E spelling, by the way. THEATRE of dare.org. All right, what else we got at SamWalkerOBXNews.com? Well, make sure you go and search for our latest edition of Sam
and
on the road at Himalaya Indian
and
Nepalese restaurant. That's right, cuisine featuring Indian and Nepalese cuisine. Really cool. Got all that stuff posted up on Monday. So you can go back and search for that here at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. And, of course, we got all the other stuff that'll be going on with coming up from the most magical place on earth. So all you listening on Thursday, when it had some of the stuff that's already dropped, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it to drop at the same time. It's going to be tight. Thursday is since Thursday is more of not a race day. Friday, so you're listening to this on Thursday evening or Friday, whatever you listen to. Friday afternoon, you'll start seeing 5K, Saturday the 10K, Sunday the 10 mile.
Yeah.
All the great content, all the shout outs for all the folks on the mile markers and other stuff too. So,
yes.
All right.
It'll be fun.
It'll be fun. Looking forward to it. Thanks for everybody who's been hanging out with us here at SamWalkerOBXNews.com. And thanks for you for listening. It is the Sam podcast brought to you by StatelinePowerWash.com. Parker and Smith Hammer serving the Outer Banks of northeastern North Carolina with over 150 5-star reviews on Google. StatelinePowerWash.com for a free estimate. Miles Carpet Cleaning, family owned and operated, offering top-of-the-line carpet and upholstery cleaning services at Currituck and on the Outer Banks. Like them on Facebook, 252-207-6707. Harlow Photography, your local natural light expert, capturing the beauty of the Outer Banks. Online at sharlowphotography.com and on Facebook, search Stephanie Harlow Photos. Also, thanks to Caribbean Pools and Spas, now hiring service professionals for the 2024 season and beyond. Outstanding pay, instant incentives, flexible weekly schedules, hands-on training, full support from a management team that'll back you up. Caribbean Pools and Spas is the official pool and spa company, the Sam and M podcast. And thanks to CMIT Solutions, the Outer Banks, and CoinJock Catering Company. Like, follow, subscribe, hit that bell, share. Find us on your favorite podcast app, on YouTube, on the Book of Faces. 5 stars, interact with us, give us your thoughts, topics for future episodes, and your ideas for when we hit 100 founders, something goofy to do. Sam Walker, obxnews@gmail.com, and DM on the socials. Got anything else?
Nope. Have a great week, y'all.
Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Sam
and M
podcast.